Hi, so for this section, I'll be going through the class transfer and grouping functions that we have inside Ezergrade. So let's just jump into it. Now, I'm going to be moving a student from class A into class B. And one of the functions that we have here is that when a student is being transferred, the grades also transfers with them. So it's a lot easier rather than you needing to rekey and everything. And one of the good things is that if you're a teacher of multiple classes and you have run the same test on each class, what happens is that the test data also merges and demerges very well if you were to transfer to a different class again. So for this example, Emma, when we look here, she has done a test 3 AI feedback slash, and that's the test that she has done and the only test that she's done here in class A. And if I were to go to class B, we can see that this test was also conducted. Okay. And we can see also in class A, right now only this test has been done, and it's only been done by Emma for this case. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to do a class transfer, where right now I am in class B and I'm looking at class B students. Okay, and I'm going to go hit reassign. All right. Students are currently in another class, reassign them to class B. And I'm going to go and search Emma Johnson. I'm going to hit reassign. Transfer, and you have an option to transfer test history or to start afresh in class B. I want to hit the transfer test history to class B, so I'm going to move student. And what you'll notice is that student number 1 is already taken, so it will prompt you to choose a different student number, and I'm just going to accept the suggestion it gave me, which is 5, because inside class B there is student numbers 1 to 4. I'm going to move that student, okay, and there you go. I can look at class B students, and in class B, there we have Emma Johnson over here. Okay, and it is as simple as that. And if we were to go to completed tests and we look at this, and here we have Emma Johnson here and her score also improving the class average that previously was in that test. Okay, and what happens if you made a mistake in transferring? That's also very simple. I can just go to my classes in class A and transfer Emma Johnson back. Now, it looks very identical, but right now I'm in class A, whereas previously I was in class B. So I'm going to look for Emma Johnson. Okay, and I'm going to hit reassign. I'm going to transfer test history again. And you notice because student number 5 was already taken, but I do know from memory that Emma was student number 1, so I'm just gonna put it as 1 again. And there we have it. In class A, Emma Johnson is here, and if I were to go to class B, it's back to 4 students again, because you can see that little thing there. So Emma Johnson is not there anymore. Now, I'm going to do something separate where I will be assigning groups into a current class. And this might be useful when you have special needs students who perhaps in a class scenario, you would do a class test for most of your kids. And for that 1 or 2 special needs students, you might want to do paper mode, you want to do homework mode, or you might even want to do self-paced mode for them, so it's easier for them to do the test. You can do so by creating a group and then assigning specific tests to the group. And it also merges in together as a full data set for that test. Let me show you. There are different ways you can do it, but let me create a group first. So I'm going to call it, say, special needs. Okay, I'm going to create that. And I'm going to hit edit. And I'm just going to choose, say it was the first two students, Sarah Smith and Jackson Coe. I'm going to save them. And you'll notice the special needs group. Now, if you haven't seen the retake function, what it is it will be in a separate group, but just for an example for this case, I'm going to hit retake. And I can actually choose specific groups to assign this retake to. And I'm going to hit start retake. Let me actually do this in a class self-paced because it's more realistic. And I'm going to hit start retake. Okay. And you notice that in the special needs, it will be specifically looking for those people in the group. And you can hit start test. And I'm gonna go ahead and pretend to be one of the students again to do a self-paced test. So I will pause this and just skip to it because it saves your time. Okay, so I've ended the test and I will be now showing you the results. And what you have here is notice that Jackson Cole was done on a self-paced test and finished the test with only 1 out of 25 correct. And I did that for speed purposes. And you can see that because it's the same test, all the data is joined together, even though Jackson did it as a self-paced test and was assigned as a group. So basically what group does is that it helps you very quickly give to the different groups and assign the data to the group and run the test and see who needs to be in there. So it's more of a data management system that may be something that's useful for you. So if you like to do more and learn more about it, it's best that you actually practice using it and you can see if that is something that is practical for you when you want to run your test. So thank you so much for watching and I hope you're enjoying Ezergrade.